It's a torch. It's a plastic gel blaster, 6 millimeter shoulder stock, and it's a torch, a jet torch with a laser, a dollar laser with a Schwinn bicycle, um and basically because um because of address and pending and victimized scheme tactics and who knows what, the laser is so basically, and you could you move the laser a little bit because it's not so but basically you have to keep it on so it doesn't misfire the laser or misuse, or and then you press this, you lock it, and you put the laser, and you jab a person, you jab um an attacker, and this is the on button, of the, you press down, and then you press squeeze. Basically it's basically two hands, but I'm looking for a simultaneous trigger pull from you holding it back here. As much as you press the thumb on the laser, you could just press the, from around here where your fingers are set, you could press the, what's it called, the taser, the electric shock, you could press it with your secondary hand, most likely for this time, with the torch on. And I'm guessing these would have been around the $50 at a store, but they could have sold it for $80 if it's company manufactured, painted, colored, and glued, and maintenance, and plastic, and cask, and the wrappings that were created. Because there's no, the way things are going, but be sure to lock in, set, check, and ask with authority departments and who knows what. Is it legal? Is it viable? Is it reasonable? Is it justifiable because of what I'm going through? Because of aggravated identity theft, security and housing issues, and theft and robbery. And so ask them, say it's the least you could do. It's what you could afford. It's obtainable. It's not sets of 10,000 torches. It's not sets of 10,000 tasers. It's brief, and most likely, I want you to be informed. You should know as of by now. Most likely you would have been silly for yourself. The colors red, pink, brown, beige, blue are supposed to be the inside projectile. The inside projectile bullet or inside projectile cartridge that would go on a taser, or that would go as the fuel inside of the into the torch. But since this is out, the color's out, it seems like white, less non-lethal technology, and the color red, it almost seems like you got the whole bullet outside of the projectile marker, and you could have popped in your hand, or it could have not been shot out, emanated for an essential emergency distance for security. So I have no doubt they create less lethal colors: red, blue, orange, purple, beige, brown. But it's not so recommended that you should know and see and notice the difference, that it's not so great. But in an exaggerated emergency, if you have nothing else, you put this in your bag, it fits in there. And you have an Alder-size secondary or first. And this is if ever after, if it keep on advancing or who knows what, you turn this on, and it's bound to do something. It's gonna get them off. It's gonna burn them. It's gonna scare them. It's gonna put them in shock enough to back away. You hope, trust, and pray, and ask, and be with guardians and leniency and technology, and caregivers and providers. Be sober, be honest, be real, be legit. Be cool. Try and be age 21, 25, and over. And I don't want to say so many bad things, but age 30, age 35. Be mature. No kids, no drugs, no sex, no violence, no history. And you should be more than welcome. You should have more than enough, much in the original, this is just until you start to notice when your projectiles really need to be recycled or taken back to the store, or because you paint them, you color them with your own rendition or version of paint, and it not come out so great from start, if ever, because they're one-time use, or depending address issue of misfires. So when you start to paint them, even your own personal choice favorite colors like green, yellow, and who knows what, it's basically time to recycle them, or to return them, and they're giving out the amount of shots or projectiles that went out. It's in between 1 and 3 or 10, and that can interpret as 30 or 100 or 200 projectile shots of recreation, practice, defense, who knows what. But before soon, unless you know how to maintenance them and fix them with no doubt potentially a license, a driver's license, security guard card, and who knows what, then you're just paying a little extra, you're kind of like in an emergency state, you know what I mean? It's not so great, but you're more than welcome. But always be texting and asking elders and authority departments and law enforcement for assistance until you get situated better. Thank you. Excuse me. Bye.